Hey everybody, it's Dr. Bridget Young here from babyformulaexpert.com for our second happy hour Q&A. My name is Dr. Bridget Young. I'm a doctor of perinatal nutrition and a certified lactation counselor and founder of babyformulaexpert.com. And I'm trying to do these Q&A sessions every week to help get some of your mom's questions answered about your baby formula or any other thing related to infant and toddler nutrition. Choosing happy hour because who doesn't like a happy hour? I do have my glass of wine perched on the side here. I had a few swigs to get me ready because going live is a little scary. And true confession, my first one last week, I was about to go on a date with my husband, so I was already dolled up. No such luck this time. This is what I look like most of the time. I even put on a little extra makeup for this, because who's not a tiny bit vain? Anyway, back on track. I have a few questions banked up that I get from mothers, patients, and clients all of the time. And so I'm going to start with the second one of the biggest ones I get when parents decide to feed a formula, especially if they were intending on exclusively breastfeeding and for any number of reasons are now deciding to supplement or switch to formula. This is, shouldn't I get an organic formula? Is an organic formula better? Which makes sense because we usually think if you have an organic food option, it's probably better. Well, the answer is it completely depends. Formula is a very specific type of food, obviously. It's not like just buying a piece of produce. So I don't have a straightforward yes or no answer. I would fire back with a question of, well, how old is your baby? And some questions about your family history. If your baby is younger than 6 months old or basically is not eating solid foods yet, or if your baby is older than 6 months old, but you have an immediate family history of type 1 diabetes, celiac disease, or food allergy, all of these are autoimmune or immune conditions, then I would say it's more important that you're choosing a hydrolyzed protein formula for your baby than worrying about whether or not the original ingredients were organic. This is because a hydrolyzed protein is going to be less allergenic, and it's been shown to prevent the risk of type 1 diabetes in infants who are at risk. Let me put my wine back down. This is my son Forrest, who will probably be joining us every week since I don't have live-in help, which would be awesome. But back on track, so I would focus on getting a partially hydrolyzed formula, that's a partially hydrolyzed protein in the formula, before focusing on organic. And to my knowledge right now, none of the main brands have a partially hydrolyzed option that is also organic. And so then if you have to choose that and it's not organic, I don't want you to worry about it. Put it out of your mind. You have so many other things to worry about. Start with partially hydrolyzed, see how your baby tolerates it, and stick with it if it's going well. If your baby is over 6 months of age and is getting solid foods, and especially if he or she has been exposed to dairy before, dairy protein, and has no adverse reaction, then I would recommend an organic formula. Now, there's no research to suggest that organic is better, but if we know that baby is not going to react to the dairy protein and intact protein in the formula, then we might as well go for an organic option. The caveat is several organic formulas, including Baby's Only brand and the Honest Company, which are very popular, do not include DHA, which is an omega-3 fatty acid, which I do like to see in formula. They don't include these because they're hard to source organically. So the answer for them is to just not include them at all. So if you choose one of these formulas, that I would like you to add a DHA supplement to the formula or to your infant's diet. If you feed a lot of fish to your baby, you can skip this and don't worry about it. If you don't, then it's nice to add that supplement because most other non-organic formulas do have it. The Honest Company sells a very nice infant child DHA EPA supplement. So does Nordic Naturals. Both of them are marketed towards children, and I really like both of them. I think they're safely made, and they're third-party certified. So that's my very long answer to is organic better. The short answer is no, and it completely depends on your individual baby's age and whether or not you have a family history of autoimmune disease or food allergy, in which case I want you to be worried more about finding a partially hydrolyzed protein. I've written an extensive article about this on my website, so you can go through and see exactly which organic formula and partially hydrolyzed formula I like to start parents off with if they've only been breastfeeding up until that point. So I hope you find that helpful. If you have any questions that you'd like me to tackle, me and Forrest, to tackle next week or an upcoming happy hour Q&A, you can leave them in the comments here or anywhere on the Facebook page. I'll get them and I'll be sure to get them in the queue, and hopefully this helps bring a little bit of peace of mind to your home. All right, we will see you guys next week. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye.